Okay, so I had a request for a reading, and I hope I am getting the request correct. Um, because the way it was worded, I understood what you were saying, but I don't know if I understood what I need to ask. Will science ever detect the spiritual realm? Now, I don't believe in the whole ghost hunter shows and all that kind of thing because if you can't go somewhere and find the spiritual realm, then you cannot use man made devices to detect it. In my opinion, this is not something I found out of here or Wikipedia. This is just what I think. Because if you can find the spiritual realm, you should be able to find God. You should be able to find heaven. Just build something even bigger to detect it. So I don't believe that you can find the spiritual realm with man-made tools. Your ghostometer that does this when you get close to something spiritual and, all that kind of jazz. And many people see orbs in, especially videos and things when it's actually just dust and so it's one of those things to where I don't think technology can detect the spiritual realm. But what I want to know is, will it ever? Will it ever catch up and detect the spiritual realm? Because many scientists are also atheists. And this is because it's not something they can find in their telescope or microscope. And I understand that. Because you are a person who deals in facts. So if you cannot prove to me that the spiritual realm is there, then we have to end the conversation. Because when I ask you for evidence, you tell me I feel. I can't go on what you feel. I have to go on what we see. So will the science ever catch up to the spiritual realm? There is the Six of Cups. I don't quite know what that means, but let's see. The Sun. Okay, so this is good always, or usually. This is confirmation. That's a yes. When you want a yes or no answer, if this pops up yes, Tower means no. There was once a way to do it. I think this is a lost art. I don't know where it is or how it is, or don't ask me because I definitely don't know. But this is telling me, because this is nostalgia, this is like blast from the past. It used to be there. That's my yes. Yes, science will, but you have to go back. You have to be simple. I think algorithms and computers may make this more complicated. There's something a little more basic. The Eight of Cups. This is so will science ever detect the spiritual realm? This goes right back to this. Walking away, you have moved forward, you have gone to a new horizon and left back old practices. Remember, we discovered, or human beings discovered, ultraviolet light and infrared light without modern technology. So, to detect something that you cannot see is possible. It has already been done. We just need to find out how and then do it again. But we have left that behind because we can't see it in a microscope. High Priestess, intuition, sort of internal callings. Perfect card to get. In your surrounding energies, the intuition, the inside knowledge, sort of even the esoteric even. So it's there. The capability is there. The desire is there. We just don't know how. It was once there. Somebody knew how. All you have to do is go back. Ace of Cups, that's good. Somebody will figure it out. That's why we get the Sun card. When I asked, will science ever detect the spiritual realm, I get this telling me it's already been done. So Not that they will detect it, will they rediscover the tools that once detected it? And then I get a yes for my confirmation of my question, or the answer to my question. This is telling me that there is a person that will unlock this. Somebody knows how. The Six of Swords. So they will bring that which was left behind forward with them. So they are going to go find the answers for us. Defeat is in the fear. So that's actually a good thing to see. That means that they fear not being able to win. That means that there is a person actively trying to do this. This is not a stumble upon. So this is a person who can show you their work. These are the steps I took in order to get to where I am. I don't want to fail, but the sun is telling you that you will not. The Knight of Cups, you will be held it as a hero. This is my Knight in Shining Armor card. The Knight of Wands, so this is new job, new money. You will have a brand new opportunity coming out of that. Stability. The world will see this. This is actually quite interesting. The Ten of Pentacles is a stability card. But the world, okay, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Because if that's true, and I believe it is, because we got our confirmation card. If that is true, that will change the world. If the spiritual realm can be found with technology, not only can it be found with technology, that means everyone can do it. All you just need is whatever it is they use, this person. Whatever they use to do it, you get it, boom, you're there. So, if technology is going to catch up, how does that affect the world? This is why, I have to put that back on the list about aliens. This is why all knowledge is not good knowledge. They say knowledge is power, but some people are not prepared to hold it. Now, a little insight into the witchcraft world for a second. There is some belief that if you burn a green candle, that's for money. If you burn a red candle, that's for love. If you burn a yellow candle, that's for good luck. If you burn a white candle, that is for spiritual opening and da-da-da-da. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff. Now, I have modified that belief. Now, this is a common belief, so if you believe that, then stay with that. But I have modified the belief because there's also a belief, or maybe even a superstition, that when you are wishing something, when you are praying for something, when you are doing whatever it is that you're doing, if you have a green candle and you're hoping for money, or if you're hoping for love with the red candle, don't blow out the fire. You have to take something and then snuff it out. Just let it go out on its own. Don't blow it out. That's almost disrespectful to the fire. The fire is the magic, not the candle. The candle is just wax. That's why I have modified it and said just burn whatever kind of candle you want. The intention that you put into it is what gives you the result. Now, the fire is considered the magic because wind is found on earth, earth is found on earth, water is found on earth. What's the other element? Oh, fire. But fire is not naturally found on earth. It has to be created. Now you have magma, but magma is not fire. So fire is considered to be magic because it's something that is created. Not everyone can contain fire. If you light something on fire and it gets out of control, you are not the person for that knowledge of how to create that fire because you cannot control it once you created it. I said all that to say this. All knowledge is not good knowledge when you are not prepared to know it. So although we can tap into the spiritual realm with these ancient tools, everybody who goes there is not prepared to go there. This opens the door for every kind of industry to now have a completely different new complication. Psychiatrists now have to say, well, what is it that you experienced? Let's recreate that. Now that psychiatrist is going to go into your spiritual realm and see something that they probably weren't prepared for. So this is why I want to know, how will this affect the rest of the world? Not good so far. The world. So that is us. This is our relationship to this knowledge. Disappointment. You may, and this is another thing, this brings me back to my reading on me versus Christianity. Everything that you have been told is not necessarily true. Remember, storytelling is the oldest hobby in the world. So people sit around and tell you what heaven is like, but none of us have been. So when you tap into the spiritual world, whatever it is that you see, whatever it is that you experience, may be a letdown. Because you thought it was this nirvana and, angels are everywhere. And maybe there is. Or maybe what you see is not what you thought you'd see. Maybe the streets of gold are not actually streets of gold. Maybe there's just one guy in a chair sitting up there saying, where you been? Who knows? You don't know. But if you get to tap into that, for whatever reason, you're disappointed. The Hierophant. That's religion. That's, God and the whole bit. So I think with the rigidness of religion, of any kind, of all kind, especially if a man created it. Remember, God is above. He has no religion. So he is not a Christian, a Jew, a Catholic, or whatever. It's just that. There is no rigidness to it. We created these rules and then we told them to other people to keep them in line. When you get into that realm, again, you may be disappointed because what you have been told may not be true. And I'm not saying it is or it isn't, because that's your own personal faith. So I'm not judging. I'm just saying it may not be what you expected. There's justice and balance. So you have to, and a lot of people will say, well, I have seen things and I have been there and I have experienced angels, I have experienced miracles, I have experienced God in these different kinds of ways. We're not talking about what you've experienced through your own prayer or through your own power. We're talking about the ancient tools to go into the spiritual realm. Will science ever detect the spiritual realm? Yes. Whatever it is that it unlocks, you can now recreate that, because all you need is the technology. But if you go, you must balance yourself and say, let me be open to what I see. Don't go in thinking it's anything. As what's the name, Neil deGrasse Tyson says, the universe is under no obligation to make sense to you. The spiritual realm is under no obligation to fulfill what you want it to fulfill. Your fantasy. All you need to do is be open to it, and then you won't be let down. There's the devil. Now here's another realm to the spiritual realm, not the actual devil. This is not what I'm talking about here. The need to want will be greed. Now you would think, what? I'm not going to actually go and steal the throne from God or nothing, but no. If you are able to go to the other side, or not go to the other side as in the afterlife, but go into the spiritual realm, I guarantee you at some point, you're going to want to take something with you. You can't. Or you shouldn't, should I say, because there is, again, greed. There's your confirmation. 9 of Cups is a greed card. It's a desires, wishes. The Chariot, victory, I've made it over. I'm here. Maybe I want to stay. Whatever it is. I'm actually even just assuming we're talking about the other side. This could be anything. But whatever it is that you unlock, because you have the technology to do so, you're going to want to take something with you. Even if it's a person, even if it's a thing, whatever. Because you want to feel better. Quick energy of movement. Right along with what I just said. Both of these cards are movement. Both of these cards are greed. Greed moves people to do all kinds of things. Literally. The Nine of Wands. That's weary. The Emperor. That's authority. That's lust. So you have a situation to where you have maybe a little too much. So you want more. Back to the greed. Page of Pentacles. This is now something people will want to sell. Patents. King of Swords, the man of the law. Right under the Justice card. So we're moving into a realm. Now, will it ever happen? That's what it said. When? I don't know. Timing and the tarot are not the best of friends. Because the tarot, I think, is just a map that you're supposed to use your patience for. But a lot of people want to know, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? I don't know. Sometimes the tarot doesn't tell you on purpose because it wants you to wait. Learn how to be patient. These were not created overnight. Your life is also the same. The Three of Cups. This is a good time had by some. Just not all. So, the technology to detect the spiritual realm. It is there. It will be reintroduced. It is not a ghostometer that you see on television. It's not just an infrared camera that picks up heat. It's because anyway, I'm not even going down that road. That's the end of the reading. Goodbye.